Okay, but this AK-117 Prestige is actually a lot better than I expected it would be. And so we have currently 9 legendary variants for the Prestige guns. And you have to keep in mind that people who are getting these, they are buying the draws. So I will just review each and determine whether it is a good add to your collection or you didn't miss out if you haven't got it. So the very first one is the Manowar, and when it was released the gun was not too usable, but it is now featured by many YouTubers in the current meta suggestions. And the default variant, it has a better overall color theme, the black and red, which suits the gun more, but the gold iron sight is actually why people should grind the diamond camo, because it makes the iron sight a lot better. And so for this reason only the Prestige variant is better compared to the default one. And overall there are 3 legendary Manowar variants, and there is a high chance that many people just skipped on them. I only got this one because I really liked the character, and so since it is quite rare, it is a really good Prestige. Now AK-47, for instance, there are lots of legendary variants. There is a Mythic, there is a Frostband, and this one compared to the default, Kuromaku, I really just like the default more. It has a better sound, better kill effect. The only edge where the Prestige variant is better is that it is just Take, which makes it easier to match with your characters. But otherwise the default is just the better option. And like I said, there are many AK-47 variants as is. So people who buy draws, there is a chance they already have like a Mythic or some better iron sight having legendary, which really makes this Prestige quite lacking and I would say unnecessary. Moving on, we have the MX-9. The design wise, it is a lot worse compared to the default one. It is just a absolutely nerfed in a sense of the design variant of the default one. But it does have the gold iron sight, which like I said makes your aim better. And even though the kill effect and everything else is worse, but it is a really solid W because there are only 2 legendary MX-9 variants in game. And again, high chance that many people have missed it because it was meta when it was released and later it got nerfed and disappeared. And currently in the meta, it actually felt very smooth in the shipment, but I tried it in ranked and it didn't do as well because, well, it just feels a bit slow ADS time wise, but it is quite viable. AGR, we have, I believe, 2 legendary variants. This one has a pretty bad iron sight and the default one also has a pretty bad iron sight, so they really should have chosen the other one or just improved the sight a bit. And otherwise the colors with default is blue, and I think that the default is just better. It has a kill effect which is more red, more blood oriented, so it is also a W. And this one, it's really just a Prestige filler. Although, once more, since there are not many and this gun is not too meta, there is a high chance that many people simply don't have it. So adding a Prestige AGR is, after all, I have to say it is a good choice. And here you can see the default, it really does look better. And so moving on, we have the Arctic 50, and there are some other legendary variants for this gun. The gun itself, it has a super fast ADS time, so if you are a sniper pro, you should definitely give it a try. But otherwise, this legendary has a pretty wide iron sight, and the gun is not a meta option, so for the meta aspect it is a useless Prestige, but once again from the aspect that not many people have bought a draw for this dedicated sniper, it is a good add just to have a Arctic 50 sniper variant for your collection. But the default one, the red team, is just a better choice in my opinion. Next is the legendary Swordfish, and I will say straight up, I don't think that many people have bought a draw for a Swordfish, so this just makes this the best from the Prestiges we have right now, because once again, there are 2 legendary Swordfish draws overall, and
really, I try to think, and I don't think that many people have bought a draw for this gun. So having a legendary is just for free. It's just amazing, and it is definitely the best prestige. The iron sight is quite okay, it is quite clean, the kill effect is really nice, the overall team is a 10 out of 10 for the default gun. The prestige variant, while it does have a nice color scheme, I would say that the default is still better. It looks more clean, it looks like it should be, if it makes any sense. Like, when you're seeing this, you see how this Kalaka should look like. Prestige number 7 is the SKS, and the thing is that SKS mains we have certainly bought a draw with a better legendary variant, with a better iron sight, and there are also many good epic variants for the gun, and this one, the default, is not the best. The iron sight it is enough abstracted, it is not too clear. There are better ones which were released later, and so prestige being this one, while the prestige does have a better iron sight because it is gold, but it is just not it. And once again, this choice, this SKS choice, is just a filler, and this prestige is unfortunately not really that usable. And so now the prestige number 8 is actually even worse, because this iron sight is just way too abstracted for this gun. And when the prestige was released, I assumed that we would get the gold standard variant in some different colors, because that one has a very nice iron sight. And this one is just not it. On this one and on the default one, we have the same bad iron sight. So this prestige is also just a filler and a pretty useless one. But the design difference, it is more red instead of green, which will help you match more characters. Just you don't really want to use this one. And yeah, as you can see, the default one, it does not look as good, in my opinion, but neither is good. And this one, I have to say that I am more than pleasantly surprised, because the blue iron sight, it just makes it a lot better. Even though the default one, it has a better overall team, but it has a dark iron sight, which is not really good. And there are many other AG117 variants with better sights. So the fact that the prestige one has a blue one, it is very good. It just makes it a lot better compared to the default one, and it is pretty solid even compared with other available variants. So aside of the Swordfish, this is definitely the best that we have so far. And the overall firing sound is a lot smoother, so it is a absolute improvement compared to the default variant. And overall, from all of these prestiges, the good ones would be the Swordfish, the Manowar, and the AG117.